Game 2 of 2 here from Wheat Ridge, Colorado. The Colorado Rough Riders and the Boulder Collegians. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Chuck Griffith Jr. Field. Ethan Jordan alongside you for this matchup. The first pitch of the ball game in for strike one against Brennan Roselle. Terry Strauber takes the hill for the Rough Riders. Left-hander. Brings it set. Now delivers. He's bumped in two quick strikes against Roselle to begin the ball game. Collegians fell in the first game against the Rough Riders today, 2-1. Been a little bit erratic. 7 walks to just 8 strikeouts. 1-1, Roselle not going. Hudson reaches forward and pops it foul play, and it's 1-2. But it's the 4th appearance on the year for Strauber. His second start. In his last start, he went 1 2/3 only against the Colorado Sox. Gave up 2 earned runs, walked 3 guys. 4.84 ERA for him. Roselle takes off, and he's picked off, and the throw not handled by Schiffner at first base. Up to second goes Brennan Roselle. Would have been a close play, I think, at second base had Schiffner handled it cleanly. But as it was, he did not, and so no play at second base, and a runner in scoring position now for Hudson. 1-2, Roselle takes off again, this one outside, no throw down to third base. Now he's 90 feet away. There have been questions about Strauber's pickoff move and just his attention to runners this year. 2-2, popped foul. But despite being a lefty, he's really been a guy who hasn't paid too much attention to the runners, it seems. He's allowed some guys to get by him, steal some bags. Roselle swiped 2 against him. 2-2. Hudson takes strike 3 called on a breaking ball that froze him. So Strauber able to get the first out with Roselle still standing over there at third base. Here comes Turner Davis. Davis did not start in game 1. Came on for a pinch hit appearance. Now back in his usual spot at first base here in the second game. First offering to Turner, in for a strike. By the way, he walked in that pinch hit appearance in game 1. Collegians got the tying run on in the first game, but were unable to bring it around. And Davis takes another one low, 1-1 to him. Strauber looking in, comes set, now offers the 1-1. It's outside. Collegians back to 500 in the Rocky Mountain Baseball League after the first game. 10-10 in the league. Next pitch to Davis, swing and a miss. He cut right through a fastball there. A little bit underneath it, and it's 2-2. Rough Riders pick up their second win in the league. Still in the basement for Colorado. They're 8 games out of first place are the Rough Riders. The Collegians back up to 3.5 out of the first. As Davis swings and misses, he's gone on strikes. So a pair of strikeouts to the 2 guys after the error for Strauber, so good work by him to pick up his defense behind him. He's gotten Hudson and Davis on the K. Now Connor Kostecka will try his hand at it. Left-on-left matchup with the lefty Kostecka. The first lefty that Strauber has had the chance to face, as Hudson was swinging it from the right side. Kostecka swings and misses at the first pitch. Roselle at third. He reached on an error and stole second, and then decided to steal third as well. Kostecka trying to drive him in. The 0-1 pitch to Connor. In the dirt. Gets away from the catcher for a moment, but he keeps it in front of him. Corrals it before Roselle can move up. Kostecka with the perennial choke-up grip, has it in all counts. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him. Breaking ball falls in for strike 2. So Kostecka's watched 2 go by. Now we'll have to take the bat off of the shoulder on 1 and 2. Strawber brings it home. Fastball that's sprayed foul. One-two pitch on the way. Breaking ball that went over the head of Kostecka. He ducked out of the way. What? 2-2 on Kostecka. Runner at third, 2 away. Top of the first here from Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Popped out of the glove. So Day will have to throw it down to first. He takes care of the housekeeping there, and that will end the inning. So the Collegians move a runner to third, but can't bring him around. We're still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first here from Wheat Ridge on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Olafson's 0-1. Breaking ball hit towards short. Kostecka fields it on the backhand. Throw on the run. Davis digs it out nicely at first base for the second out. Nice play on both ends there to retire Schiffner. It was a bang-bang play. That'll bring up Hayden Harris. Hartoja went up to second on the play, so chance for Harris to drive in the tying run with 2 away. Olsen starts him out with a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Jake glances at the runner, double checks him, now brings home the 0-1. Right there for strike two. Olofsson a strike away from working out of a little bit of trouble here in the first. 0-2 pitch. And just missed with it, 1-2. Artoja runs pretty well out there at second base. Ought to be able to score on a base hit. 1-2 from Olofsson. And Harris able to just check his swing. Evens the count at 2. Olofsson making his 5th start here today. And he misses inside and fills the count against Hayden Harris. Throw goes past Olofsson, going back to the mound from Johnny Dowse. No harm, no foul there as Cowart collects it. But Olofsson in his last 2 appearances did not start, so his first start in a little while. Last started on June 21st. In fact, his last start came against these Rough Riders up in Boulder. Went 5 innings, gave up 2 earned runs. Next offering, fouled away. Overall on the year, Olofsson 20 2/3, 6.6 ERA, 21 strikeouts and 13 walks. Here comes his payoff pitch to Harris. And Hayden fouls it away again, so Harris really battling here in this at-bat against Jake Olofsson. Staying alive, trying to drive in that runner from second base with 2 outs. Three-two one more time here from Olofsson. And that's ball 4. Missed high with the fastball. And Harris is down to first base with 2 away. So Tate Whittington, the 5-hole hitting center fielder, got a chance to drive in the run. Olson's first offering misses low and outside to Whittington. One-0. Ground ball to third. Hudson charging. Will go the long way across the diamond to first base to retire the side. So Jake Olofsson strands a pair. The Collegians and the Rough Riders tied at 0. On to the second inning here from Wheat Ridge on the Collegians broadcast. We'll be right back. off the second inning for the Collegians. Takes ball one. Temperature settling just around 80 degrees here. It was about 80 to 79 degrees in the first game after the rain cleared away. And that rain seems to have cleared away for good. We've got blue skies a little bit overhead. Revo fouls off the second pitch he sees. It was totally, the sun has snuck through. Blue skies on the horizon. By the way, if you're wondering about that rain, they say there's about a 30% chance that it might show up again back at 7 o'clock. This one misses. 2-1 to Revo. Line right back up the middle. That's a base knock for Nick Arrivo. Arrivo will make a long turn at first base, but the ball cut off in center field by Whittington, so Arrivo will head right back. Good swing that time from Nick Arrivo. Good to see for him as he took an 0 for 4 in the first game. Man who certainly did not take an 0 for 4, Kelby Richardson, in to swing it here. Richardson, who really likes hitting at this park, went 2 for 3. Strawber's first pitch to him. Missed off the outside corner for ball one. The 1-0 to the right fielder. Missed inside, gets away from the catcher. Arrivo going to move up to second base. Day may have gotten crossed up or something like that as he couldn't handle that one. Stares into his glove. And with this Collegians lineup, with how well they run, you drop a ball even for a second as a catcher, they're going to take off on you. (2-0) to Kelby Richardson. Missed low. 3 balls and no strikes. First base open. Chris Amador on deck. And that's ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Kelby Richardson. Last 2 pitches missing low. And he'll take first base. Collegians another good chance to try and score here. They had a prime opportunity in the first with Brennan Roselle reaching third base with no outs. Weren't able to bring him around. Amador also played in game 1. Chris was 0 for 2 out of the leadoff spot. Also drew a walk, or excuse me, out of the spot. Was pinch hit for by Turner Davis in that final inning. First pitch to Amador. Right there for a strike. Arrivo takes off. Throw down to third from Day is not in time. And Arrivo has third base. Richardson stayed put at first on the steal. It was kind of a delayed steal, really, from Arrivo. With the right-handed batter in, a little bit tougher of a throw for Day. And Arrivo's 90 feet away. Pitch was a strike on Amador, 0-1. And Amador pulls the bunt and leaves it outside. So 1-1 on Chris Amador. Let's see if that squeeze play is still on here. You show it once, now they're ready for it. Third baseman Harris is in on the cut. And Richardson's picked off it. Between first and second, they'll throw home. They get Richardson at second, and Arrivo is safe at the plate. So they'll sacrifice Richardson at second, but it knocks in a run. And they'll certainly trade an out for a run here. And the Collegians lead it 1-0. As soon as Richardson was picked off between first and second, you had it in your head that Arrivo would probably take off. Chose the perfect time as they were laying the tag on Richardson. And it's 1-0 Boulder. Chris leaves one down here. 2-1. Strauber will step off. Next pitch. That's inside. Good news for Boulder, despite Richardson essentially sacrificing himself at second to allow Arrivo to score. Still only one away in the inning, so if Amador can get on base here on this 3-1 count, have a chance to get something started again. Here is the 3-1, and a missed high, ball 4. So Chris Amador draws a walk. 2 straight walks on the hill for Strauber. That brings up the kid, Johnny Dowse. And Johnny getting playing time of the day. And Johnny will foul the first pitch he sees back to the screen. Dowse, a .292 hitter on the year. He's only had 31 plate appearances. Moved to first. Back with a dive was Chris Amador. I'll keep a particularly close eye on him. He's a pretty solid base stealer. Dowse does have 1 home run. 1 double as well. He'll take strike 2 here. Johnny did play against the Bandits on Friday. The 0-2. And Dowse lines one into right field. This one down the line. It's a fair ball. Amador will round second, and he will pull into third base easily. It's a single for Johnny Dowse. And runners on the corners now for Logan Cowart. Dowse will get a courtesy runner as he is the catcher. Kicks Farrell will come on to run for him. So to the bottom of the order and Logan Cowart now. First offering to Cowart. Well, Logan goes back up the middle with it. This could be 2. Hartojo can't handle it, and everybody's going to be safe. No, wait, hold on. No, yeah, that's what they're going to say. Everybody's safe. Hartojo tried to dive for the bag after bobbling it. And yes, he is safe out there at second base. They reconfirm. From our angle, it was hard to tell whether Hartojo was even close to the bag on that play. It didn't appear to be the case. So Amador scores as Logan Cowart reaches on the air. And back to the top of the order, and Brennan Roselle. 2-0 Boulder now. Roselle having a chance to extend this one. Farrell takes off, and he steals third base. And that's what we were hearing earlier about Strauber on the hill is he comes set. Guys would take off, and he wouldn't step off to pick them off, as happened there. He gets so focused in on the plate. And it was an easy steal for Farrell. Cowart still at first base. Here's the next offering to Roselle. It's low, 1-1. Still only 1 away in the inning. And Cowart's picked off. This time they'll keep an eye on the man going home. Throw to third is not in time to get. Farrell gets by the third baseman. Farrell will score. Up to third base goes Cowart. They're going to wave him around. And Logan, on his own accord, decides to hold up. Probably a good decision by Logan, as he would have been out by a country mile. Mark Goodman smiling out there as he had waved him around. And I think Logan knocked third base out of its holding, so they're going to have to replace that. Nick Levenstein's coming out with the tool to re-secure the bag. But the Collegians take a 3-0 lead as they are running all over Terry Strawberry. This time they decided to keep an eye on the guy going home in Farrell with the pickoff attempt on Cowart. But then Schiffner tried to throw Farrell out as he was coming back to third base. His throw was wild and allowed a run to score. And Cowart gets doubled up at third base. But the Collegians strike for a number of runs here. They lead it as we head to the bottom of the second here on the Collegians. Bottom of 2 here from Wheat Ridge. Chuck Griffith Jr. Field. David Ducote will lead things off for the Rough Riders against Jake Olafson. Rough Riders got a pair of men aboard in the first, couldn't bring them around. And Olafson starts out Ducote with strike one. Three-run top of this frame for the Collegians. Ran all over the pitcher on the hill, Strawber. Allowed them to score a couple times. Next pitch from Olafson in the dirt. Olafson's 1-1. Breaking ball missed outside. Olafson pretty methodical out there on the mound. Finally comes set. Here's his 2-1. Ducote pops it out of play. Two and two on David Ducote. 3-0 Collegians. Bottom of the second inning from Wheat Ridge. Ainsley will be the batter now. Ainsley did some courtesy running in the first game, but getting the start in left field here in game 2. Olsen fires in strike one to Hainsley. Oh, 1 missed outside. Collegians will be back in action on the 4th of July, Thursday. Play an interleague tournament against the couple teams from the Mile High Collegiate Baseball League. 1-1 pitch from Olafson. Swung on and missed. Hainsley went after one in the dirt. Shadows starting to fall over the field. Bars of the fence and draped over home plate. 1-2 from Olafson. And Hainsley able to foul it away. So we'll do the 1-2 again here with Hainsley. So 1-2 on Hainsley. We're going to blame Isaac Parks there for losing the audio. Sat on our cable. Come on, man. Swing and a miss from Hainsley. He has gone on strikes. Isaac, are those Ray-Bans? Are they real Ray-Bans?
They're real. I scratched him yesterday, though.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He said he scratched his Ray-Bans. Still look cool, though.
Anybody knows how to fix scratch. Hard guy.
So a pair of strikeouts to begin the inning for Jake Olafson. David Barclay will get in now. First pitch to Barkley, misses high. No swing and a miss. Barclay well behind a fastball on the outside part of the plate.
Come, babe, throw him a chair, kid.
One way outside. Olafson overthrowing it just a little bit there. Barclay ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Olafson brings it back and swung on and missed. Barclay went after ball 3. That one was over. I don't know if that was you. 2-2 now. Barclay went after one that was pretty much over his head. 2-2 swing and a miss. Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos noches. Isaac Parks strikes out the side here in the second inning. Or Isaac Parks, well, you wish you struck out the side, Isaac. But Jake Olafson does it, not Isaac Parks. He strikes out the side. Isaac Parks giving the fist bumps as he walks away. Because, yeah, well, he pitched pretty well, but he did not strike out the side. Jake Olafson does that. We will head to the 3rd. Still 3-0 Boulder. Hunter Hudson, Turner Davis, and Connor Kostecka due up for the Collegians in the inning, and Hunter Hudson takes ball one high. Collegians scored all 3 of their runs in the second inning. All started with a Nick Arrivo single. Moved around on a walk, then stole third, and then came around to score on pretty much what was a sacrifice steal, as this one's off the glove of the third baseman, Harris. That's a fair ball. Hudson will dig for second. Throw coming in is not going to be in time, and it's another error that allows the Collegian to reach second base. Collegian started off the first inning with a guy reaching on an error. Weren't able to bring him around. So we'll try and work things differently with Hudson. But
Long enough that it was telling me like 70 seconds. Now it's like
we apologize if we lost you for a moment, but we're back here in Wheat Ridge. Runners at first and third for the Collegians. Hudson's at third base. He reached on an error, then moved over on a Turner Davis ground ball. Connor Kostecka just walked. He's at first. Nick Arrivo at the plate. Had a single his last time up. And Nick watches a breaking ball in for strike one. One away here in this third inning. Collegians up 3-0. A 1 to Arrivo, and Nick watches it outside for ball one. Wouldn't be shocked to see Kostecka take off here at some point in this at-bat with the runner at third base. Kostecka does run very well. And they'll pick him off between first and second. Throw goes into the outfield. Kostecka safe at second. In to score comes Hudson, and Kostecka going to move all the way up to third base. So another errant throw from the first baseman, Schiffner, allows a run to score for the Collegians. So Kostecka to third, and Arrivo still a chance to drive in a run. 1-1. Down low. 2 balls and a strike. Two one. Breaking ball. Well, I'm not sure where that one missed. I guess outside. I really don't know. That looked like a pretty good pitch from Strauber on the hill, a breaking ball, but it's 3 balls and a strike to Nick Arrivo. Three-one. Some tail to that two-seamer, and Arrivo fouls it away. Here's the pitch. Arrivo pops one out behind second. Hartojo says he has it, and he'll grab it for the out. Kostecka watches the ball go past the catcher, but good backup from Strauber holds him at third. That was good work by Kostecka, though. And when you get a pop-up or a fly ball of any kind, even if you don't think you can score on it, to take that 1 or 2 steps off of the base, try and draw a throw. Maybe it'll be Aaron and you can score. It was, but good backup saves the run. Kelby Richardson has been on base already in this one. Drew a walk in the second. Will stand in. First pitch to him right on the black for strike one. This one fouled away. 0-2 to Richardson. Here's the 0-2 to Richardson. And Kelby takes it inside for ball 1. 4-0 Boulder. Third inning of play here at Chuck Griffith Jr. Field. One, 2. Outside. 2-2 now to Kelby. Kostecka at third base. Walked and then reached there on the air by the first baseman Schiffner. 2-2. Richardson lines one down the left field line, but this one is foul. He got a breaking ball from Strawber, tried to stay on it, but was just too far ahead of it to hit it fair. I mean, he did all he could to keep the bat in the zone for as long as he could. But he's just so early on it, there's nothing he could do. Two and 2 the count. Strawber ready, here he comes. Swing and a miss by Kelby Richardson, and that will end the inning. So Richardson down on strikes, but the Collegians strike for one more run here in the third. They lead it 4-0. We'll go on to the bottom of the third here on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Back here in Wheat Ridge, we apologize. Our internet gave out for no real reason. Seems to do that sometimes. Logan Cowart pops one foul off the fence, and so he'll get another chance at it. We'd love to tell you didn't miss anything, but the truth is you did. Jake Olson struck out the side for the second time inning in a row. And then Chris Amador just tripled, and Johnny Douse got hit by a pitch and then threw his helmet towards the dugout instead of his bat. But he got the helmet back again and stole a base after that, so everything's all right. Second and third. Logan Cowart the batter, and he's got an even count, 1-1. Amador's triple was about, 5 feet or so from getting out of here to dead center field. 1-1 to Cowart. Logan fouls one away. So 1-2 on Logan Cowart. 2 runners in scoring position for him here. Collegians up 4-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Cowart fouls this one away. Keeps it at 1-2. Logan reached on an error in the 2nd inning, as Amador at 3rd and Johnny Dowse, or rather Kix Farrell, who came on to run for Dowse at 2nd base. One's outside. 2-2. Strawber comes set. Here's his 2-2 to Cowart. And swing and a miss by Cowart, and he's gone on strikes. So Logan Cowart, the first victim in the inning for Terry Strawber. And that'll bring up Brennan Roselle. Roselle's reached on an error and lined out to center. First pitch to the DH is in for a strike. Robert will step off the mound, readjust the cap. Now he's back on the rubber. 0-1 to Brennan Roselle. Strawber delivers and missed inside and high up around the hands. It's 1-1. For nothing Boulder. Prime opportunity to add on here with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 away. Top of the order at the plate. 1-1 to Roselle. Brennan pokes this one back to the screen. Went after a pitch he probably shouldn't have, and he's down 1-2. Left on right. Strawber ready. Brings it home. 1-2's outside. Even count at 2 on Brennan Roselle. Schiffner at first base is in on the cut of the grass. He'll go home with it, or at least look the runner back. Third baseman Harris playing back behind the bag over at third base. 2-2 to Roselle. Breaking ball. Did he go around? Yes, as the umpire over at second base. And Roselle is gone on strikes. Well, that's always a little bit of an interesting thing. When the umpire is over at second base in the 2-man umpire crew, he doesn't really have that much better of an angle on the swing than the home plate umpire does. So checking with him, well, I don't know how much good that does. But he rings up Roselle. So now it'll be up to Hunter Hudson to try and drive in these runs with 2 away. Hudson take one high for ball 1. And Hudson can of corn to center field. Whittington's got it, and that will end the inning. So the Collegians get a pair of runners on board, but can't bring them home. They still lead it 4-0. To the bottom of the 4th we go here from Wheat Ridge on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Jake Olafson will go back to work on the mound, looking for his 7th consecutive strikeout. He'll get strike 1 on Schiffner as Nick fouls it back to the screen. Olafson has struck out the side in both the 2nd and 3rd innings. Time asked for at the plate by Schiffner. He'll tap the cleats off. Now stands back in. 0-1 from Olafson. Missed way high with it. It's 1-1. One pitch. That one's high again. 2-1. This one a little bit closer to the zone. Schiffner grounded out to 3rd in the 1st. Gives you an idea of how efficient Jake Olafson's been. It's only his 2nd at-bat for Schiffner out of the 3-hole. 2-1 on the way. In the dirt. So 3-1 on Nick Schiffner. That one's dropped behind the plate by Douse. I think it may have been called a strike had he not lost it. But as it is, it's ball 4. And, well, whether the catcher catches it or not, it's a strike. But can throw the umpire off when the catcher does not receive it properly. Here comes Mark Goodman to the hill. We'll chat with Olafson. Hayden Harris, the cleanup man, waiting for his turn at bat. And Olafson had probably strike 2 there, so I don't know what Goodman had. Maybe he saw something in Olafson's delivery on that last pitch. But he's back to the dugout, and we're ready to go here. So Schiffner at first, Harris at the plate. Collegians up 4-0 in the 4th. First pitch to Harris is in the dirt for ball 1. They've got Schiffner picked off. Davis will give it to 2nd. Kostecka with the tag, and Schiffner is out on the base paths. A base running mistake from Nick Schiffner takes that runner off of base. So now nobody on now for Harris and 1 away. Reach for Harris. Hudson never got a piece of that ball, but that's a play he probably has to make. To the plate comes Tate Whittington. And Whittington nearly has one get him on the knee, but just missed him and missed the plate by a lot. It's 1-0. From Olafson. Fouled right back to the screen. Pretty center cut with that pitch, but Whittington couldn't quite get onto it. Comes the 1-1. Ground ball over to 3rd again. Hudson can't make that play either. It's into left field, and that one a little bit tougher for Hunter there, but wasn't able to grab it. David Ducote coming to the plate. Nearly hit Josh Hainsley with a bat, throwing it over there. Josh having to do a little matrix action to get out of the way. Ducote struck out in the second. Runners at first and second here with one away. First pitch to Ducote, swing and a miss. Breaking ball that time from Olafson, 74 miles an hour. Ducote was way ahead of it. Oh, 1, breaking ball, in for a strike. So Olafson starts off Ducote with a pair of strikes. Working ahead of him nicely here. Looking for either the strikeout or the ground ball with one away and 2 runners on. Oh, 2. Ground ball to short. Kostecka up with it there. Flip to second for 1. Throw to first is not in time. And so they only get the 1. Ducote running well down the line. So winds up a fielder's choice for David Ducote, and that'll bring up Josh Hainsley, still with the runner in scoring position. That guy moving up to third base in Whittington. Hainsley also a K in the second inning. And back to first base. Wilson brings the 0-1 home. It's outside, ball 1. So 1-1 on Hainsley. Rough Riders down 4-0. Trying to win their third league game in this one. One pitch from Jake Olafson. He checked his swing, but they say he went around, and it's 1-2. Tie game once again in Denver. Ian Desmond scoring a run. 2-2 is the Rockies Astros score. 1-2 to Hainsley in the dirt. Dowse keeps it in front of him. Only 2-2. Two. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. So Jake Olafson strikes out Hainsley. He records his 7th strikeout of the day, and we are on to the 5th. Collegians up 4-0. here as we begin the 5th inning of play from Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Next offering to Davis is inside. 2-0 now. Right there for strike one. New pitcher on is Kush Tawari. We saw Kush in first game here in Wheat Ridge earlier this season. Davis watches one inside. Breaking ball that didn't quite get back to the inside part of the plate. One to Davis. That's ball 4. So Turner draws a walk. His second walk of the day. Drew one in the first game. Now Connor Kostecka comes to the plate. Kostecka also drew a walk in his last time. He has struck out and walked. Cleveland's looking to add on to a 4-0 lead. Kostecka leaves it away. 1-0 on him. Breeze picking up here, the 1-0. Just on the black for a strike. Breeze blowing right to left, a little bit in from right field. One. Breaking ball that drops in. Kostecka left it there. It's 1-2. Tawari will look over at Turner Davis at first base. Don't think Turner's going anywhere, but he'll give him a glance anyway. A 1-2 in the dirt. The count even on Kostecka. 5th of 7 innings here in this second game. Collegians fell in the first one 3-2. They lead this one 4-0. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Kostecka gone on a breaking ball. One away. Bring up Nick Arrivo. Arrivo singled and popped out. And Arrivo has to lean out of the way of a fastball that nearly came up and got him. So it's 1-0. One misses inside. Leading once again, little run support for Chris Rodriguez in that first game. Chris went 4 1/3, gave up 3 earned runs. Struck out 8, however, in those 4 1/3. So certainly gave the team a chance to win. They just lost the bats later in the game as Nicarivo draws the walk. Tanner Kimenow seemed to find a new gear on the mound opposite the Collegians. Able to get him after a couple of rough innings. Calby Richardson, the batter. Runners at first and second. Davis and Arrivo, both of them walked. Here against Kush Tawari, who misses inside to Richardson. Calby, after a 2-for-3 effort in game one, has walked and struck out in this one. 1-0. Breaking ball, missed inside. So Tawari struggling with the command here, to be certain. Both runners take off. It's over the head of Richardson, and Turner Davis swipes third base. So don't get too used to that, but for today, Turner able to snag third. To Richardson is inside ball 4. So 3 walks in the inning for Kush Tawari, and I'll bring up Chris Amador. Amador stands in with the bases loaded. He's walked and tripled in this one. Tawari's first offering to him is high for ball 1. So Tawari has no idea where the strike zone is right now. As he's walked 3 guys, he's walked the bases loaded, and he's starting off Chris Amador with ball 1. By the way, that steal of third base is Turner Davis's 4th steal of the year. There's a strike to Amador. Kush's next pitch. Swing and a miss. So Tawari pumps in 2 strikes in a row. Tries to work out of the 1-out bases loaded jam. One's high, way upstairs on Amador. Davis, who stole third base, is at third. Second is Nicarivo. He trailed him on the double steal, took second, and then Calby Richardson walked. He's at first. Next pitch to Amador is high for ball 4. So Tawari walks in the run, his 4th walk of the inning, and the Collegians lead it 5-0. Still only 1 away. Base is still full of Collegians, and Johnny Dowse up to the bat. Dowse has singled and been hit by a pitch. And we'll take a big curveball high for ball 1. If you're wondering, the run rule is 10 after 5 here in these 7-inning games. Oh, the Collegians need a number of more runs to try and end this one early. But they've got the bases loaded and only 1 away. So anything is possible as Johnny Dowse takes strike 1. Fastball right there, 1-1. One. Low. 2 balls and strike. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Dow. So that one diving out of the strike zone. Pretty good pitch that time from Tawari, and it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Dow. So that one ran in and got him. He keeps the helmet on this time. So that's the good news, as he's down to first base. But it's another run for Boulder. They lead it 6-0. And Kicks Farrell will come on to run for Johnny Douse. So Logan Coward up. And Logan is the 10th run for the Collegians if he should cross home plate. That would put them up by enough to end this one early, should they would hold that lead in the inning. In case that does happen, I suppose what we normally do in the bottom of the fifth, we'll ask it now, our trivia question. Wheat Ridge Farmers, the usual occupants of this baseball field. One of their logos is, you know the old Brewers logo that makes an M and a B out of a baseball glove. Well, Wheat Ridge has adapted that to make it a W and an R. Well, that prompts us for our trivia question, which is, who is the Milwaukee Brewers' all-time leader in batting average? This should be pretty easy if you know the Brewers. If not, well, good luck. The all-time leader in batting average. Next pitch to Cowart. Missed low balls and no strikes. Two-one on Cowart. Here comes the pitch. And Logan swings and misses it, one out of the zone. It's 2-2. And by the way, let's clarify the trivia question just to make things a little easier. Who is the Brewers' leader in batting average for a single season? So who hit the highest average in a single season for the Milwaukee Brewers? This one in the dirt. You can tweet your answers to @BoCo Collegians. We'll take a look at those in the, well, we're up to the bottom of the fifth should Logan Cowart cross the plate. If not, we'll take a look at those in the sixth. If you can give us the year too, that would be impressive. 3-2 on Cowart. We're looking to avoid another walk. Here's his pitch. And Cowart holds up. That's ball four. That's another run for the Collegians. So Kush Tawari has come on here in the fifth inning and walked 5 guys. The 2 he hasn't walked, he struck out and hit with pitch. But he's put the 10th run on base and brought it back to the top of the order in Brennan Roselle. If he goes this way for 2 more batters, the Collegians will have gone through the order without getting a hit. That would be something. And Roselle fouls one away. Would have been a strike anyway. So that's the good news for Tawari. Next pitch to Roselle's in the dirt. So things falling apart for the Rough Riders here in this inning as they now trail at 7-0. And the 1 run to Roselle just finds the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Oh, here is Tawari on 1 and 2. And he missed in the dirt. 2-2 Ron Roselle. The 10th and potential game-winning run should they close it on the bottom of the 5th at first base. And Roselle flies one foul and out of play. Bullpen is lightly at work for the Rough Riders, though not a whole lot of action going on down there. Maybe he's already loose. Two and two on Roselle. And Tawari misses it into the backstop. That'll be another run. So that moves Logan Coward up to second base. 8-0 Boulder now. Roselle could drive him in with a base knock here. Full count on the DH. 3-2. By the way, in Denver, it's now 5-2 Houston. Payoff pitch to Roselle is in the dirt, and another walk issued by Kush Tawari. It's his 6th walk of the inning, and they'll go to their bullpen. So Tawari walks in a number of runs and brings what would be the run rule go-ahead run that would allow the Collegians to win it in the bottom of the 5th if they hold the score to second base. And while they bring a new pitcher to the plate, we will take a break. Collegians up 8-0 here on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Or top of the 5th inning. Seems like we should be on to the bottom of the inning by now, but we're not. Legions have a chance to pull ahead and win this one in 5 innings if they can knock in Logan Cowart from second base. Ball 1 there to Hunter Hudson. Kush Tawari's done with his outing on the mound. 6 walks, hit by pitch have. And well, I will say this, the Collegians are Hunter Hudson away from going through the order without getting a hit. And well, they'll do it. They will, as that's an error on the second baseman. Coward in to score, and the Collegians take a 10-0 lead. So the Collegians have gone through the order without recording a hit. 6 walks, a strikeout, a hit by pitch, and an error. So that'll bring Turner Davis up for his second go-around this inning. He walked and stole third base to begin the 5th. Hudson up to second on the play. Roselle to third. So Davis looking to add some insurance onto a 10-0 lead. That one's low. Collegians already up 10-0, so if they work a clean bottom of the fifth, they'll be out of here in short order. But we'd like to add a little more onto that to ensure a short victory. Davis watches it high. (2-0), and Davis flies it foul. So you just missed it, but Jackson Hewlett came on to pinch hit for Connor Kostecka and promptly struck out. He did, I will say this, he did work a full count, Jackson Hewlett. The deal was, since he pitched so well against Fort Collins, they told him if the Collegians were ever up 10-0, well, not 10-0, but up by 10, he would get a chance to hit. And he did just now and struck out. But it's 0-2 on Nick Arrivo, and Arrivo takes high, ball one. Collegians up 10-0, top of 5. So we're sorry you missed that momentous event in Collegians history, Jackson Hewlett's first at-bat. Don't worry, on the pitch he struck out, and he spun around as Arrivo has gone on strikes. So the Collegians will have to hold a 10-0 lead in order to finish this one up early. We'll be right back with that half an inning here on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Bottom of 5, Collegians up by 10. Jake Olofsson looking to come on and close this one out. David Barclay, Troy Day, and Jordan McClellan to face him. First pitch to Barclay, missed high, ball one. Kind of almost a save situation here for Olofsson, as he's got to keep the score right where it is in order to wrap this one up in just 5 innings. 1-0. Ground ball to short. Logan Cowart there for it. Throw to first is in time to retire Barclay. With Jackson Hewlett's pinch hit performance, a couple changes defensively. Cowart moves over from second to short. Hudson from third to second, and into play third base is Kix Farrell. So here's Troy Day. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That's how well Olson's pitched. It's only his second at bat. And a watch one off the outside corner for ball one. 2-0. Right there for strike one. One. High. Up around the eyes of Troy Day. It's 2-1 now to the catcher. Day was for time at the plate. Steps out. Now he's ready to go again. Here comes the 2-1. Breaking ball in for a strike. So 2-2 on Day. Struck out looking his first time. Here's the offering from Olafson in the dirt. So the count full to Troy Day. Olafson trying to retire him before facing the top of the order and Jordan McClellan. Olafson peers over the top of the glove. Into his motion, here's the payoff pitch. And Dave fouls it away. So we'll try the 3-2 again. Olafson to Day. Local man Troy Day from Ralston Valley High School. The 3-2. Ground ball to short. Coward up with it there. Collects it around the chest. Throw to Davis is in time for the second out. So it'll be up to Jordan McClellan to keep this ball game going. 10-0 Boulder. Bottom of the fifth inning here in a 7-inning contest. So the run rule in effect. McClellan, much like the first game, singled then struck out. First pitch to him, missed outside, maybe a little bit high. Ball one. Outside. 2 balls and no strikes to McClellan. Two-0. Popped up. Foul territory. Douse calling for it. And he makes the grab to end the ball game here in 5 innings. The Collegians win it 10-0 as they defeat the Rough Riders in the second of 2 games here from Wheat Ridge today. So the two split the doubleheader, not originally scheduled to be a doubleheader, as the Collegians are making up a game from 2 weeks ago, Friday. So Collegians win it here 10-0 in the second game. They fell in the first game 3-2 behind a great pitching performance from Chris Rodriguez. Just weren't able to get him the run support he needed. This game, definitely an even better pitching performance from Jake Olafson as he goes 5 innings, allows no runs, strikes out 7 in the winning effort for the Collegians. Next game will be the 4th of July, Independence Day, 11 o'clock the start time on that one. I can't remember if that's the Greeley Grays or the other team they're playing from the Mile High Baseball Conference. Let's have a look at the schedule real quick and let you know for sure. Here's the Greeley Grays in that first game. Then they'll see the Colorado Cyclones at 6:30, followed by, of course, the fireworks in the city of Boulder. They'll come out for an afternoon into evening of baseball. I mean, you can stick around from 11 to 8:30, about that much baseball going to be played. Greeley Grays and the Fort Collins Foxes and the Fort Collins Foxes and the Colorado Cyclones in between the two Collegians games. But we'll have the two Collegians games for you right here on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Well, that's 11 o'clock and 6:30 for those. Their next league game will be Friday at 6 against the Game Day Saints at Scott Carpenter Park. That'll just about do it for us here this afternoon. Our producer, engineer Mitch Sanchez, I'm Ethan Jordan, saying so long from Wheat Ridge, where the Collegians split with the the Colorado Rough Riders 3-2 and 10-0 respectively. Good night.